This is Clix on the Barbie. Join us as we talk about Clix in Australia, current heroclix happenings, and a dash of meta. Welcome to Clix on the Barbie, episode 14. I'm Ben Jones, and with me I have Raphael Souza.
Hello.
And also Chris Rizzi.
How's it going?
In this episode, we're going to be talking about our good, bad, and ugly from the week. Any heroclix play that we've had over the past week. We'll have another 3 questions too many. And we'll also be talking about trading in I Will Trade You a Bag of Pucks. I did like that. Let's turn on the gas, light the Barbie, and let's talk some Clix. So, Raph and Chris, what's your good and bad and ugly for this week?
Let me start by talking about a little bit of what I played this week.
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, played as usual. Played Terry on the weekend. We are what we are trying to determine is like if our teams are good. So he created something, and I, as you might know, I copied something. So what I usually do is like I pick up a team that's potentially strong, and he creates his own stuff, and then we play tests, and he can see if that stuff like that he did is potentially good. So he's trying something like Hellfire Club, with Blackheart, Jason, and company. You know, like Magneto, 2x2 mags. What else? And he's also using the Magneto with the swapping stuff. So that's something that he's also considering because, you know, like the huge potential of like swapping pieces like the Dooms and this kind of thing. So the Magneto that can swap Hellfire and X-Men. So he has some pieces on the sideline, and depends if he wins map, he goes with something more aggressive, and if he loses map, he goes with something more defensive. So it's really interesting like strategy, just so you avoid that you were destroyed on turn 2, right? So if he loses map, he swaps, I think, the Magneto. Oh no, also like the one interesting thing that he's doing is, you know how Blackheart has that leadership that when you succeed, you generate the Hellfire Guard, right?
Yes.
So what he's doing is he is using the map bonus that makes you reroll leadership. Do you know which one is that one? That Doom Castle or something like this?
So that would be the Doom's Castle.
Yeah.
I've been looking at that myself and trying to use that one on teams that I have been building. Let me just see if I can find it. It's
remember the name exactly, but it's like it's like that map. If I'm not wrong,
it's the Reign of Terror.
Yes,
map
exactly.
bonus.
Exactly, Reign of Terror. Yeah, that's it. So, what he's doing is, when you lose map, you get the consolation bonus, right? So he gives the consolation bonus to Blackheart, and it means that Blackheart once per game can automatically succeed on leadership. So, turn 1. He knows, for example, like I'm playing like an super alpha strike, or something that crossed the map and will hit him. He used the map bonus on turn 1 to generate the Hellfire Guard, and so in this way he can mastermind the damage to the guard, and Blackheart can kind of like survive turn 2. So
yes,
so that's basically it. We played a few games. We discussed it a little bit. And my team's basically. I used the team from the guy. I don't know if you have the chance to watch like Coffee and Clix. He is making some episodes of like team building, and one of the teams that he made was one team that I really liked. It was Doom, Mr. Oz, Sky Tyrant, and Batman, the Prime. So Molecule Man, Dark Phoenix, Amanda Waller, this sort of stuff, and everything is like Latveria team. So you had the option to just use Batman to kind of like shoot across the map, or if they move, you use Sky Tyrant to cross the map. So you have like both the range and the power of like Sky Tyrant. So we played this a little bit. We discussed it. After that, during the week I played Daniel. And I think I caught him kind of like off guard because turn one he saw my team and he barrier. What I did was I moved up with Dark Phoenix like half of the map, 11 squares. I dropped Molecule Man. I carried Molecule Man with Dark Phoenix. And I dropped it just in a space where I could turn his barrier into water. And he wasn't aware of this. And then after that, I just used Batman to mind control his team. So I think he was a little bit upset. He was a little bit upset of this. And yeah, so he was like, oh, this is how it works. Ah, damn. You know, that's the sensation that you just screw it on turn one. So yeah, and that was my week, I guess. At least on Clix.
Nice. That was some. It's good to get that gameplay in and test, and that testing is really important for teams, I think. So I like the fact that you and Terry are testing pretty heavily some teams.
Yeah.
I've been trying to build as well, but with not much to rebuild for. I'm sort of floundering a little bit myself, but no, it's cool. Great. Well done. I like the fact that you've got some clicks going.
Yeah, everything was online anyway, so we have everything available, right? So if in terms of like figures, we might not be able to do it. So that's one of the things that the online is helping in this space, right? So you can play test like a bunch of stuff before actually buying the figures. So.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that today, going the online play, and I think our Australian community has connected a lot more due to the online, during to have the online play and not going into shops to play, because we've actually then sought each other out to have games because we can't find people in our local area to get together with. So I think it's actually in some strange way benefited our community to grow, to understand each other, but we haven't been able to grow that community because it's hard to get people in to play the game online. So it's been a really it's a double-edged sword, I guess, in some ways. So there's been some good to it, and there's been some negative to it, not having the shop play. But no, I'm glad that you're getting some play in RAF as well, so that's really good to hear. Chris, what about yourself? How's your week been? What's your good and bad and ugly from your week?
Well, I would say that it's good and bad. I spent $800 on a new phone. So that is good that I got a new phone. Other than that, it's just been going to work, watching the kids, cleaning the house, doing stuff around the house. That's it. So pretty much status quo. Nothing else really going on.
Was there a new?
No Clix. Although I did listen to Critical Clix today.
Oh yeah. I did as well.
I gotta say it was a good episode. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like listening to Scott Crampton and the guys. They're just blowing my mind with everything. That's exactly what you said earlier for what you played against Terry and stuff. And I am way out of the loop for this kind of stuff. So I need to get back into it at some point.
Did you listen to that, Ben?
I haven't had a chance yet to listen to that one. It must be a pretty new episode. I do listen to Critical Clix whenever I get the chance 2.
Yeah, it's because they were discussing about. Is this one that they discussed about something like exploding Jean Grey, isn't it, Chris?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you know what they're saying, Ben, is that so you use one of the what is the Exodus? So I think it's Exodus from Wrath set. And when Exodus mind control, after resolutions deal a hit character damage equal to Exodus damage, right? So what they are saying is that you use this guy with 4 damage and power gem, so it's like 5 damage. And you mind control Jean Grey, the one that you can mind control like your own Jean Grey, you know, like I think XDPS Jean Grey. And you send her off, you TK her and move, just move. So you cross the board and put this in front of your opponent's team, and Jean Grey will explode. So you're doing like 4 damage, I think, to the whole team in their starting area on turn 2.
Wow. I hadn't even thought anything about that. Let me just looking at that Jean Grey now. Just try to find her.
And this guy is like X-Men, and Jean Grey is X-Men as well. So it means that Magneto can swap. So let's say you win map, you're gonna go first, and you see opponent's team, and you say, "Oh, okay, I can wipe out this team like with a Jean Grey that explodes. You know, the one that turns into Dark Phoenix."
That's the chase.
Right. Yeah. So you're gonna have first turn immunity anyway. What you're gonna do is like you just like equip power gem and pass the turn, right? So your opponent will do some sort of stuff, and then your next turn you just send out like Jean Grey to explode. So she will explode everything around 6, if I'm not wrong, for 4 damage. And lots of teams have like short dial that cannot survive 4 damage. You don't even roll senses or anything. So
when this click is first revealed after resolutions, deal 3 damage to all other friendly and opposing characters within 6 squares. Yep.
Oh, but it's like actually it's not 3 because let me see. Oh yeah, it's 3 damage, right?
Yeah,
3 damage.
Because you need to equip
this
with the power gem, because you need to do 5 damage to get it to a stop.
Yeah. And everything takes like 3 damage. So anyway.
Yeah, but you can also what do you call it? Run up and hit with stuff also, correct? So you can do the running shot, pulse wave, or something. I think they were saying.
Oh yeah, because actually what's gonna happen is, let me have a look. Because Jean Grey on her stop click, because after the mind control, so she exploded, right? But she's still alive. That's the thing. So she can do her own action. So you pulse wave from there. Because she will be on last click.
I like what people find and what people can put together. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's really, really interesting.
And then you can just sidestep and pulse wave. So
you're doing hopefully 3, then another damage with pulse wave.
Yep.
Not bad. And that's going to take a lot of teams, because teams are only 5 clicks long.
Yeah,
right? So
like 4 damage, you get all the flashes, for example.
Yeah. That is, yeah. So yeah, good job, Critical Clix. And I do like the fact that they just share all their thinkings about high level competitive teams, and I really like that. I've really enjoyed listening to them for that. It's not always my favorite thing, but it is certainly one of those things I really enjoy hearing. Again, things like that. So I'll look forward to hearing what they have to say through that. So
and be prepared, Chris, right, when you face that stuff.
Be ready when you see it. And yeah, cool, excellent. For myself, I'm sorry, Chris, were you finished? You've enjoyed that?
Yeah, no, I'm all done.
All done. Yep. Excellent.
I'm a boring boy.
No, sometimes it's where you are in life, and not much is going on. Just work and looking after family and being with family. But I know that you are working towards other things. A new phone is always a cost that you sort of. It's good to get a new phone, but also a cost you're probably not really prepared for. I guess sometimes I don't know. My daughter just broke her phone,
not at
so
all.
yeah, and so you go, yeah, I don't really want to do this, but I have to. For myself, I think my good this week is seeing some previews for the new Empire set that they've put out. I saw it on Facebook, and there's some different, it was good to see the Empire set coming about. What's going on? I can't find it, of course, and they're getting to see some figures, like knowing that there's going to be new scrolls, and they've got a scroll spy, and there's the Hulkling as well. I like the look of that. Also, you see the new rally die, so the green rally die, and so that was really interesting to see. So it sort of gets me excited for this set to come out, and it looks like there'll be some good new traits in it as well that characters will be using. So that was a good thing to see. New Clix coming along, and the sculpts look good, great too. My bad is that my RAF set still hasn't got to my shop yet for some reason, and I've contacted them a couple times and they're still not quite sure where it is, so I'm still waiting for that to come. And I think my ugly is that I got impatient and I found a shop online and I brought a case online of the RAF set, so I'm waiting for that to come now too. So, but I couldn't wait any longer, and you know what, I still feel that there is some relatively good pieces in this set, and so I'm looking to get, like, I want to have a few of the the guardsmen. I want to have a few Madroxes or multiple men. So in the end, I'm going. It looks like I'm going to get 2 cases, even though I didn't really want to get 2 cases, but I couldn't help myself. It was one of those Sunday nights sitting on the couch, impulse purchases. I found an online shop. I was like, oh, that's pretty cheap. Okay, I'm going to grab a couple bricks of it. Live and learn, I guess. Not to surf the internet on a Sunday night.
Did you get from the same shop? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
If you get any doubles, we'll talk about trades.
Definitely,
I'm not getting anything in this set.
Definitely, I'm happy to trade some stuff off, because I just it was it was cheaper than probably what I'm going to get from my shop, and so I thought, let's give it a go, because more than likely I'd get.
Did you get from that Aussie Collectibles, I think?
Yeah, I think that's who it was.
Because I think Daniel is buying from that one, and from what I checked, like I compared the price with like what they actually sell, and what the store was. It was like just small margin, so it was quite like a good price, I think.
Yeah, I was really I thought it was a really good price for it.
Yep.
It was
$195, isn't it?
It could be. I knew that it was under $200 for a brick.
For a brick, so right? For a brick, yeah.
Yeah, and I knew price, it was under, and it was free shipping, so I'll take that as well.
And if they want to sponsor us, why not?
Yeah, we could.
I'm always trying.
Yeah, you should maybe need to get in contact with them. You're selling heroclix there, and we can promote you on our show.
Yeah.
It was just, and it was one of those things. I think I was just flicking around, and every once in a while I just check for heroclix sales in Australia just to see who's doing it. I thought this was a reasonable bargain for heroclix in Australia, so why not grab a case, and we'll see what happens from there.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
So that was, I guess that's a good and ugly, because it was ugly that I spent the money, because I know I've got another one coming at some stage. So that was mine. So thanks for sharing, boys, and that was really good. Let's move on. So Chris, I'm going to hand it. Oh, hang on, I forgot. I have actually played some heroclix as well over last week.
Oh my god, how did you forget that?
Just because I'm excited to talk about the new sets and things. Anyway, I played against my friend. He comes over. We usually get together on a Thursday night to play. He played an Amazo, Golden Amazo, and a Parasite team. So because it was just a 300 point, and he just wanted to play all three of those figures together. I played a King robot. I think I had 5 of them on my team. Some Minotaurs, a Maxi Zeus, and a Daria Aga, which made 300 points. And so it was more so about using the Minotaurs to use that the Thing robot to move them up and have them attack, and that actually was quite successful.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good fun. It's it's nothing too heavy, or but it's just I enjoy playing swarms of characters, which is always which is fun for me.
But slowly introducing your friends to like the 300 points and stuff, right? Modern 300. So this.
Yeah, so I've got a couple people I like. So yeah. My friend Kingsley, he comes over every couple of weeks, and we have been playing this range of stuff. Like we'll play from the starter sets, or the battleground set. We'll go through those scenarios. Or he was the one I was doing the WWE Clix with, and he is picking the game up pretty well. My other friend, we've been playing for a long time together, and so we just play a whole range of different. So that's my friend Dwayne. And we play just a range of different things, just simple. Sometimes it's a 400, sometimes it's a 600, sometimes it's a 300, and we just change it around and just enjoy sort of getting together and just playing some Clix. Nothing too heavy, and it gives me a chance to play some things like a Thing robot team. Yeah, because it's not something I'd probably take to anything high level, because it's not that great. But it was good fun to play in a friendly environment. The other one I've been working on is my mission point team, and it's not going too well. So I've had a couple games trying to work out mission points using Ares, and I've actually really enjoyed Maxwell Lord, his my control mission points and my control. It's just I'm finding that I just can't get points quick enough on the board before my team usually gets wiped out. So and I've just been catching up for a bit of a fun game on a Tuesday night, and that's been really good to talk and then say, okay, how could this be different? We'll stop halfway through the game and just talk about the figures that we're using. Last night we had a 400 point.
If you mind control, right? So
my thinking is this. So I've got Ares on the team. I've got that Reign of Terror, so he's making his leadership roles. He's always popping people out. And then I'm a big fan of Ultra Humanite. I like his 8 range through everything mind control. So then mind control one of their characters to take out the soldier that was given to them through the Ares. So that way then they're killing. I'm able to use the mind control mission point thing, which is if an opposition person is KO'd through mind control in that turn, then you get 2 points. If you just do damage, you do 1, you only get 1. And so it's about keeping that consistent. And I thought, well, that's easy if I can get their character to kill the German soldier I've given them. That gives Ares an endless war token, and I still get 2 mission points for it as well. And it just hasn't flowed as nicely as I would like. Maybe roll 20 hasn't been super nice to me, but I can't blame the dice. We talked about trying to squeeze maybe a DJ Doom onto the team to have to make sure of a few hits.
Yep.
And
or
so
Q
it's
Prime,
still,
right?
Yeah, we talked about Q Prime as well, but I haven't got that much money. I guess playing online it doesn't matter. Well, I probably could, but I'm not willing. I have a sort of a limit on how much I'm willing to pay for a heroclix piece.
Okay.
I go $300. I can go buy like a case and a half. I can do that instead. I'd rather have. I like quantity, not quality. Sometimes I think. But yeah, so I'm enjoying just trying out the mission point thing, but I might have to move away and wait for some more mission point characters to come available, or just I need to go back and have a real rethink on it. So yeah, that was my gaming as well. So thank you for listening to that. Chris, I'm going to hand it over to you for our 3 questions too many.
All right, 3 questions too many. Now, this was coming off of just a kind of rush to put it together, so it's not too good. We will start off with number one, what is the worst sculpt that you've ever seen in heroclix? What do you figure, Ben? What's the worst one out there?
Ever that opened up. I didn't even think about of all time, because there's been some pretty terrible ones, especially early on when they were sort of sculpting. I was thinking more in the for me, I was going, the sculpt I was most disappointed with of late I don't want to say this, but it was Andre the Giant. I I picked him up just the other day, and I busted open the packet, and it was. But then, as I had a closer look at him, he just didn't look. He's got the size and the shape, but his face does not look like Andre the Giant's. On the card, the computer generated card, it looks excellent, but the actual piece I've got isn't that great. And so that was my, I guess, my latest piece. I've been pretty impressed with the pieces so far of late, and I was just trying to think, what's the worst one of all time? I'm not sure what my worst one of all time would be. I think back and I go, like, some of those early, like, con artists and things like that, which did not have much to them, were pretty horrible looking. But yeah, I think for me, I'm just looking at this Kree warrior here. He looks terrible. And so, but for myself, I'm going to say Andre the Giant of late for my new ones.
Okay. Raph, what about you? What do you figure? What is a piece that you don't like?
What I
like
figure,
the look of?
or what they figure?
What do you figure?
I think the one that I can, like, it's just so recent. Like, I think the sets some big fails, and like Giganta Prime is like such a huge fail. She's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, the miniature is ridiculous, I think that the Gigantas are really, really bad. So ugly and bad, painted. So yeah, that my pick will be Giganta.
Okay. Sounds good. For what I'm picking, it has to be anything that has a sculpt reuse. So, like the shield agent.
So half of the
That looks
clicks.
like half the clicks, pretty much. There's a Maria Hill that looks like something like one of the other agents. I know it saves money, but can you not put something on that looks a little bit nicer? Like, do a different kind of move, but that's the one that I kind of don't like, is just all the sculpt reuse.
Yeah.
I know I'm kind of taking the easy way out for that. So yeah, that's mine.
I think it's fair.
All right.
I always think of Havoc. Havoc seems to be one that's the same pose or the same sculpt every time, and I just go,
you know what? That's a very good point.
I think we've had the same sculpt for Havoc like 4 or 5 times, so he's one that would be better to have a new sculpt for him.
Yeah, something that's a little bit nicer, that shows like the Cyclops treatment. You'd have so many Cyclops that look exactly the same, but then you come up to Avengers School, I think is the one where he's shooting the I-beams up into the air. I thought that one looked pretty cool.
And you can have a Havoc one with him shooting up into the sky. I think I've got a comic book with that in it. Sorry, he's blasting away. Would be great. Yeah,
where he's blasting his rings or whatever they are. So, yeah. All right. Good answers for that one. All right. Going on to number 2 of 3 questions too many. We got listener questions from Malcolm Rush last week that we never went into. The question he kind of put together was kind of convoluted. So I'm going to ask you guys, what is your favorite sub-theme from some of the recent sets? So that's like if you have an X-Men set that they have a small Morlocks in the set, or if there's a Fantastic Four set, if there's the Negative Zone, if there's some players from that, like, sorry, I'm trying to remember the name, Blastar or Annihilus. So what are some of your favorite sub-themes? Let's go with Raph. What do you figure, bud?
Am I able to answer this one without reading comics?
You should be able to. Just look at
Am I?
keywords.
Oh. Keywords?
Yeah, so if you got a Fantastic Four set,
Okay.
and you go down to where is it? Annihilus, and then you got the Negative Zone. That's a sub theme. Because in Fantastic Four, you got Dragon Man, Annihilus, Blastar, Human Torch.
But is it
because
only
at some point he was stuck over there?
in that set? So it needs to be in the set, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez, I never thought about this. Okay, you go, Ben. Go, Ben. Go. You go first. I will just copy you guys both after that.
So I guess what we're looking at is, say, in Earth X, they had a sub theme of a Spidey set. So there was lots of Spider-Man pieces in Earth X.
What about in the, let's say, which set is the one that I like? What about like Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
Which
you're looking
subsets
at
we have? Like Elders of the Universe is like a subset?
Yep, that's a subset.
Cool.
You'd have
I'll pick this one.
Namor, who would have the Illuminati.
Okay, I'll pick Elders of the Universe because like so many good pieces on that stuff, and that was like a game changer for me. I remember it was like my first nets, and I was like building a team, and that stuff was so good. You know, like a Gardner, Trader, you know, all this like astronomer stuff, Voyager. So I'll definitely pick this one.
All right. What about you, Ben? Do you have a sub theme out there?
I think my sub theme, and I'm going to go back into Silver. So a sub theme I really enjoy is the Serpent Society. They're not great pieces, but I like a little bit off the wall type characters, and they sort of did in the Superior Foes of Spider-Man. They did a reasonable amount of them, but then they could have put them all in, and after that they sort of did a smattering through Deadpool and Mighty Thor, and even in like Captain America and Avengers you get Sidewinder eventually. But I do I like the Serpent Society. And my other one is Hydra. I did like the Hydra pieces in the Earth X set I really enjoyed that little sub theme in that Earth X. I know they were Earth X characters, but it was that Hydra sub theme for me, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, that was cool. Yep.
So I'm gonna go to X-Men the animated series, and there's gonna be two for me. It's gonna be the Hellfire Club. That's where you get all your chases from. The Harry Leland, the Emma Frost, and the Jean Grey. And Raph's Dark Phoenix. But then I'm also going to go... then I'm also going to go with Acolytes. Or Brotherhood of Mutants. There's just... You got so many good ones. Like Colossus and Exodus. And there's a couple others out there. I can't remember them all. But yeah, I'm just going with that set because I've got it open right now.
Nice.
So
yep, cool.
All right, good answers, guys. And I'm happy that Raph actually figured out this question pretty quickly.
Yeah, I needed some help, right? I have to.
No, that's good.
It's a good choice. The Orders of the Universe, they're really great too. So great choice.
Yeah, unfortunately, people are not playing them anymore, right? So, like Gardner and Trader, they were so good, but they just look like they don't fit in the current meta for some reason.
Well, Raph, I think this is calling to you to try them out and make them work. I think.
Not for me.
Not for you.
No, leave to someone else to find out how to make them work, and then I'll copy.
Oh, okay. Then you'll net deck it. Sounds good.
I think it's just like you go 75 points for astronomer, and he's great. You get 5 points. You've got the you can have
Yeah.
the power gem on him, and he's packing 12 for 5. You also go 75 points. I can play a Doom and then swap out for the Doom I really want, and
that's
all that.
I
And
think that's the problem, right? I think that things changed so much that it's hard to fit. Like,
he is still really good. I look at him and think that TK, he's got range, he's got prob, he can equip a gem, he's power cosmic.
yeah, but
He
look,
can,
in this, just think about this, right? In the format, in a new format that you can basically swap like a bunch of stuff. Let's say Dooms or the new Magneto stuff. You have so much flexibility that if you can't like play those stuff, it's gonna be hard for you to kind of for example, let's say you're playing someone that is playing this Magneto and you can swap. So if you see an astronomer, you just swap bishop and put bishop in your team, and astronomer all of a sudden cannot shoot you anymore.
yeah, and so there's lots of counters to it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why it's still just really great.
Yeah,
really
it
great
is.
piece.
It is. It is. Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, off on a tangent again.
Yep.
Oh, all good. All right. The last question of 3 questions too many. It's going to be summertime soon here. What are you looking forward to doing? I know for myself, it's just going to be going to work and not having to deal with the mud hole wherever I work. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing at work. Otherwise, here at home, it's getting my pool ready for my kid so we can go swimming and stuff and teach him how to swim a little bit more. But that's pretty much it for me. Raph, what about you, bud? What are you looking forward to doing this summer?
Pool as well. So the pool is just like every day I see that pool and I have to clean that stuff, and the pump is just turn it on, and I don't even know why, because it's winter and it's freezing. So I just want this summer to come, and then I can jump into the pool again.
Do you have a pool at your place?
Yes, I do.
Oh, nice, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. It's a pain.
But yeah, it's just like I see that the pump is just running like 7 hours, 8 hours a day, and it's just a waste of energy, like electric energy. Oh my god, I need to kind of like just do something,
Well, we only put ours on for 2 hours a day. That's it.
Oh.
That's all we were told by the guy that came out to look. Yeah.
Okay. 2 hours a day. I will reduce my stuff. Hopefully there will be no, green stuff. It
depends on your setup, right?
Huh?
It depends on your setup, because what we have is a chlorinator that will run through the whole system to take out the green stuff in the pool, eh?
Okay, yeah. I'll give it a go and see
that's
how
the
it
way
goes.
ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it starts to get green, I'll get back to the the normal one.
Yeah, the 7 hours.
Yeah.
Ben, what about you? What is summertime? Do you take time off from school, or what are you doing?
Yes, definitely take time off from school. I look forward to the summer holidays, having 4 or 5 weeks away from work, which is always really nice, and then finding some time to get up to the river and just spend some time doing some camping, doing some swimming, fishing, just enjoying and getting out and doing some kayaking, just enjoying being up the river when we get a chance. And that also gives us a chance to go and see family, because that's where my wife's family lives, in the Riverland in South Australia. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and just looking forward to just resting. Resting is always nice, to just sort of sit back, have a bit of chance to do some gaming and just do the things that I want to do for 5 weeks, rather than having to go into the grind every day.
Is the river full of mosquitoes?
Is the river full of mosquitoes? Oh, there's certainly mosquitoes up there, but you just put some Aussie spray on and yeah, you just I
Okay.
don't know. We have Mozzie repellent stuff
Okay.
there to put on, so it's never that. And we really haven't had. I haven't. Yeah, you don't look. You get them, but it's. I just don't never. I never really worry too much about them myself.
Oh my
I just
god. I hate
I think
mosquitoes.
I've turned into like a river boy. I enjoy camping by the river and just spending time in the river is always really nice. So yeah, that's what my summertime will hopefully be like. Some camping by the river, some gaming, and just resting.
Oh, good.
You have mosquitoes in Canada, Chris?
Yes, we do. They're
Oh
bad.
gosh. Okay. Oh, it's cold
Well, they're not
there.
bad,
What they are
it's-
doing there?
They hibernate for 8 months out of the year, and then when they come out,
Mm.
they're just all over the place. It
Oh
happens.
gosh. Okay.
Yep. It's better than things that kill you here in Australia. So better than the spiders, better than the snakes.
True.
Yeah, camping down the river, the mosquitoes are the least thing I'm concerned about. It's the snakes
Yeah.
that would concern me
Okay.
probably more.
Mm.
And the crocodiles.
Yeah, I'm okay. It sounds strange. We don't have those. That's only up north. I just never go camping up north too often. But yeah, it's the snakes is that probably the major concern because you just see them around the place and you go, oh, there's a snake over there. I better let that go its own way and just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's part of living in Australia.
Yeah. Bad way of living in Australia.
Everything can kill you here.
100%.
Yeah, that was my summertime.
Cool.
And I think that's everyone has shared their 3 questions too many. So thanks, Chris, for leading that one again. Always enjoy talking about those different questions that you come up with.
Thanks.
I guess our last topic for tonight that we want to sort of talk about is trading in I Will Trade You a Bag of Pucks. So trading in Australia is always very interesting. Trading with other people around the world, doing the international trading on the groups. What's been your experience in trading, I guess, in Australia, but also on these in the international groups? How have you found trading with others? And what do you do when you do actually get a trade to occur? So, Chris, why don't you go? What have you find when you do your trading?
In Australia, I find that you do not do trading. That's pretty much the easiest way to put it.
Yeah.
No, if you can, it is hard because we only got, I would say, 30 to 40 character or people around the country that play heroclix. So we don't have a big group, and that's what makes it hard. Then you have not getting enough product in to do anything. Then you have duplicate bricks, which you just get so many of. I mean, it's like the Future Foundation in our store here. We got 3 cases that were exactly the same, except for 2 super rares, and I got an extra chase. So, I mean, how are you supposed to trade when you get the same things, or the 3 maggots that you get out of a brick or out of a case and a half? It's not good here.
Yep.
But yeah, you try to work your deals as best you can. Is what it is. And yeah.
Oh, yeah, Raf. What about you? Have you ever tried trading in Australia?
I remember once, I think like me and Terry, we tried something like we said, okay, let's do this. Let's buy 2. It was not even 2 bricks. It was like 2 cases. We bought 2 cases each, right? And said, okay, let's try and see how does this goes in the end, and then we will kind of like trade as much as possible to complete the set, right? But what happened was that I got a duplicated case. Can you imagine that? Duplicated case. So basically, I had everything doubled, and I was able to just trade few stuff with Terry. So it was terrible. really, really bad. What we should have done, and I think like he even proposed that, but I might not have understood. I think probably what happens is that we should open all that stuff kind of like together, let's say in the same room, right? If you identify that the case is duplicated, just stop and swap with the other guy, so in this way you not end up with like duplicated stuff. So we should have done that. I reckon would be a little bit better. But yeah, kind of like basically, and after that I think tried trading few other times. Trading didn't went really well, I guess. I mean, because you know we don't have much. What are you going to compare with? Like you go to Throwing Toad, it's like US dollars, right? People here think you have to kind of like just pick 70 US dollars and convert to 70 Australian dollars. It's not how it works, right? So US dollars worth more than our dollars. So you kind of like have to make research on how much it's selling on eBay, and I don't know, and it's just quite hard to trade. So I just prefer myself to basically just buy everything. Like since I mostly buy singles, I just go to Facebook pages or Throwing Toad and just buy whatever I want, and I don't have the hassle to kind of like send stuff,
It makes
the
sense.
courier and yeah.
If you are just getting things you want, you probably haven't got much to trade. The duplicate cases suck,
Yeah.
and that makes it really hard to do anything with as well. So like Chris's situation in Melbourne with having all the same stuff, it just don't get those opportunities to trade because people already have the things they want. So I found it very hard to trade in Australia. I've almost come down to that philosophy of going. So Bobby, I was chatting with Bobby one day, and he sort of said I said, "Oh, I have a Absolute Carnage," and he goes, "Oh, I would really like one of those." I said, well, I'll just send it to you." So I just sent it to him because it was going to sit in a box here. And I didn't know if anyone else needed it. He needed it. I sent it to him, and he said, "What are you looking for?" I said, I would like a High Evolutionary." And then, one day I went to the post office, and there was a box there from Bobby, and it had the High Evolutionary, and I was like, "Hey, excellent!" And he might have got that. He may have, when on, I don't know what he did. I don't know if he had it previously, but he came across it and he sent it to me, and so. It's starting to work a little bit like, I've got this, do you need that? Again, I've got, figures sitting in a box and I'm going, they're not, do you think? Someone else might as well have them in their collection. And sometimes it's a bit about, for me, it's a bit of what goes around comes around. So, that was a bonus that all of a sudden, and it was really nice to go to post office one day and go, oh, cool, there's a package from Bobby. Oh, I wonder what, I didn't know what was in it. And then I was get home and open it up. It's like, excellent. And then start building teams with the High Evolutionary straight away. And
I think also the our postal service doesn't help much as well. So it's sort of like expensive sending things around. And
this is a lot cheaper here. It is way cheaper here than over in Canada. Yep, 100%.
But I can get things from Throwing Toad for like $6 from US, and I cannot get things from less than like $10 or $15 in Australia. So,
are you talking delivery or are you talking
delivery? Yeah.
Yeah. So what that is probably bulk shipping from the States is what they do.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I'm sending something to you, Raf, it's $8 here or $10 or whatever it is.
Okay.
Back home in Canada, it would be 20.
Ooh, ouch.
15 to $20 to send something. So it all depends on where you're at, what kind of. If you're buying from a company, if they got some sort of deal with the post office or FedEx or whatever. So it's not.
Okay.
I think the mail service in Australia is way better than some places like the States and Canada. Yeah.
Oh, even the States are expensive, you reckon?
I don't think they're more expensive. I think they just get way too much more of it, so they don't really care about it. Like you see a lot of damaged packages and stuff like that. Like I think the Australian network handles their stuff a lot
because
better.
like
is
for
what I would
example,
say.
like when you see the heroclix Facebook page, right, the international one that is most like US one, the international,
Yeah.
right? So okay, when people are like trading there, they say like free shipping in the US, like because probably it's cheap. That's what I'm saying. Like we cannot afford to do like free shipping here. You know?
Well, I would do free shipping if someone bought $50 worth of stuff. I'd do it.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
good to know.
100%.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm still considering getting the figures that you have. Which ones? Maggots?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they were going for $75 each. So yeah,
For
you buy
some
two of
reason
them, I'll do free shipping.
I saw 25, isn't it? No.
Oh, not on my price list. And you got to remember that's US, so you got to bump that up to $40, $50, $70.
No way.
So
Okay, I will just do some research here.
Yeah, all good. I got to go through all my stuff. It's in multiple boxes on my shed. So
Rafi brought up a point about the international trading page on, say, Facebook, and that it is generally US. Well, the US is a lot of the clientele, I guess, on that, and that you see things like US only.
It's not an international trading group just because it says international.
Yeah.
100%. It pisses me off so bad because they're just always, it's US. They think about themselves. That's it.
Why they don't create an US heroclix traders?
I'm sure there is that page somewhere as well, but I just
Probably.
it makes it hard because you see a figure and you go, oh yeah, that'd be great. I'd see if I can get it on. It's only US only, and they won't post overseas. So I think it's relatively cheap in America to post internally, but when it comes to posting overseas, that's when the cost really goes up. And so that's why they just go, well, we'll do it. We'll just say this is only a US only, and it's like, but I'd really like to get that piece. And I know people in Australia don't have it, so the only way to do it is get overseas, or then go down your route, Raf, which is just to buy it outright from like something like Toad and Troll.
Yeah.
Or Glass Cabinet Hobbies, because that's who I use.
Glass Cabinet Hobbies as well.
So we'll try to get a sponsorship from them. Although they already sponsor another podcast. But you never know. Ryan's a good guy.
And look, it does feel unfair, or it does feel a bit stupid that they won't post to Australia, but I guess it's up to the person who's got the piece to trade. If they don't want to trade to us, well, that's nothing that we can do much about it. I know that at times, Alan, who enjoys doing a bit of trading when he can, he will just message them and say, look, would you do to Australia? And then generally they've been able to work something out, and he's found some good people on that international trade page who are willing to send to Australia, which has been good for him. But I agree. I'd just like to see more opportunities for us to trade easily with people in the States, because it's where most of the clicks are purchased, and that's
probably
where there's
don't
lots
have
of
like figures enough right here circulating in our market. So like you buy one case, I buy one, Terry buy one, Daniel buy one. We don't have like enough people and figures flying around as they have like 300 million people over there.
So I was listening to a podcast, and he said he was just getting to heroclix at the time, but he like brought 6 cases of ADPI, and you're going, man, you got lots to trade off. Then you have lots to do. Buying one case just doesn't give you enough. Even buying 2 cases, you're still really struggling to have lots to share out, and it depends on how you work. Al
Use
and I
cases is all we have in Australia, right?
yeah, well, and that's right. That's like the amount of cases we have purchased in Australia.
Yeah.
And I know for myself and Alan, we would generally say, "Well, you haven't got that piece here. I've got a trade of it. Just take it." Like, and we just sort of try to help fill in each other's collections as possible. But
Yeah.
it's trading is really hard. And it has been something that I have. As I say, I've got pieces sitting in a box now, and I'm not sure. I'd go, do I put them up, and how we do it? Have had some really good experiences with trading, and people who have sent things to me, and I've been learning about how to package my things I do send off better, which is also one of those things about when they come to you, do they come loose? Are they coming well packed? And it's always nice to get a well packed one. I will give a shout out to Brennan when he sent what was I was looking at the Wolverine from the Fantastic Four set. We did a trade for that one, and it was just beautifully packed, and even the card was in a piece of cardboard, and I was like, oh, thank you very much. And I think I've learned a bit about sending figures.
Yeah. So how do you send your figures if you're trading?
Yeah. When I've traded, I try to find a reasonably tough box. I generally try to get a card box, or usually I've got a box from someone else who's sent something to me. You see the
Not
box.
Not a juice box, right?
No, not a juice box.
Okay.
No. And if I can, I try to get a small card holding box, so because I know that's pretty durable, and then I put the figure in a bubble wrap, well, not bubble wrap container, one of the single figure. I can't think what it's called now. Like, so you can just click the heroclix into the plastic.
Oh yeah.
Packet.
Yeah. The one that drawing told they usually send on that stuff, right?
It's like when you buy like from like the Black Widow set, and they came in, like, you open it up and it's in another piece of plastic because it needs to have more plastic around it. And then I try to make sure I packing around it to, keep it nice and secure. I usually try to give it a good old shake to see that there's no movement going on.
Yep.
And put the card in the card sleeve, and I've learnt now to put the card sleeve and then place it in between just a couple pieces of cardboard just to keep it nice and safe. So that's how I'm looking when I do my trading now.
I've heard that Chris use like eggs boxes. So
no, I use the clamshells from the singles that you'd get out of the gravity feeds.
And
yes,
then this one, yes.
Well, I can't see what you're saying, but yeah, we'll go with that one, Raph. And then I'll use the card boxes that you get from that you can buy for $2-3, and then just use that because you can fit in a bunch of those, and then just sleeve the cards. And what I like to do is I'll take a picture of the figures. I'll take a picture of them in the clamshells. I'll take a picture of all the cards in sleeves, and then I'll package everything, take a picture of that, then I'll tape it all up, I'll take a picture of that, take a picture of the address. I'll send all those pictures to the person I'm trading with to make sure that they're okay with each and every step. So if I forget something, they can call me on it, and then you don't have to worry about anything, right?
Yes.
So that's how I do it.
That's why it's expensive to trade with you.
It is not expensive to trade with me.
Very high standards.
It's a really good process to go through. I like that. You feel really secure that knowing that you're going to get what you get from you.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, any other thoughts about trading? Do you trade on value, or do you trade on pieces that you need? It's like, I know some people like trading, go, well, this one's worth that, so I need to get equal value, or is it?
Yeah, that's
I just
true.
I need this piece, and someone else needs this piece. Let's just do a trade.
I use the value as a reference.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I go value too.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be trading a $100 piece for a $2 piece.
And we might need to also use the same reference, right? When you're doing the evaluation of the stuff, like let's say Sky Tyrant, right? You have to use the same source because you cannot use multiple sources because it's not going to be fair. So you cannot check like eBay and then Drawing Toad and all this stuff. Like you probably have to check one source and say, let's go Drawing Toad, right? Say, if it's like $100 for Sky Tyrant, I'll give you $100 of what Drawing Toad says it worth $100, unless they don't have in stock. Because if they don't have in stock, it might be a little bit different, because the amount that they leave on their websites, not when it's not in stock, it might not be kind of like trustable. You know what I mean? So
it may not be up to date as for a price for that figure.
Yeah, you might need to look at other sources, but usually try to make it. Yeah.
It's an interesting one. I've generally tried I generally like to try to do chase for chase or super rare for super rare myself, but I found that value starts to come into it. I do have opportunity to trade with my kids at school. I try not to, because I don't like to take their pieces that they get, because they're good things for them. But if they come to me, usually they come to me and say, Mr. Jones, what have you got? And I say, well, okay, I'll bring it in and show you. And then I always try to be, it's probably favorable to them, because I've got the heroclix and they've got something that I would like, and I try to be favorable. But generally I say, well, if you got a chase, I'm happy to trade you a chase for it, and if you've got a super rare, I'm happy to trade you a super rare. But I'm still I understand the wariness of going, oh, but this one here, let's say Donna Troy isn't equal to Sky Tyrant. They're both chasers, but they're not equal. But I get that whole thing of trying to get some equivalency with your price.
Yeah, I don't really care about like being chased or like the rarity. I really, really don't care. I really care about what I need, what I want, and the price, I
think. Okay, so let's discussion on trading. Is there anything else you'd like to say about trading?
No, not about trading, but just I want to go off topic because it's like what I do.
Let me guess. It's going to be the Olympics, isn't it?
Not Olympics. It's there's the Paralympics, right? But
yes, it is.
And Canada sucks in this one as well.
Even Brazil it's still not better. Funny, Ralph.
Yeah. Did you see the new still rules? There are some new rules today.
No.
Scarab, Reed Richards, and Imperial Gladiator. So basically, what they are saying is that a bunch of text here, and how does Scarab? The question is basically how Scarab is when using objects. While there are some conditions in the object, let's say you have to roll like a dice, and in 1 or 2 you drop the object, but Scarab is not equipped with the object. So how does that work? Does he still need to roll the dice for that? That was basically the question. Because Scarab can use the effects of the dice, but since he's not equipped with the dice, he doesn't actually roll for bad effects. So that's what they clarified.
So hang on. So if he's copying the Stones of Merlin, which gives him invincible, and he doesn't have to roll dice to.
That's correct.
Yep, and that makes sense because he actually hasn't got it equipped to himself. He's just copying the effect of it.
Yeah, right. That's one of these. Another one was Reed. I didn't even know this, but like Reed Richards, Fixer of the Universe. The question was basically, can he use this ability? Because he has an ability that says title ability to damage an opposing character if he is adjacent to any character named Molecule Man, or if needs to be a Molecule Man that he generated like a bystander. So when it says a card says if you're adjacent to Molecule Man, you can do 1 damage to your opponent, but it's not any Molecule Man. It's like the Molecule Man that he generates. So it's always like it relates to the bystander that that character can generate, basically.
So when it quotes something on a card, it is about the character or the bystander that they have generated. So I can't just read Richard's Fiction of the Universe and molecule the 30-point molecule man go straight and just start dealing unavoidable damage.
Yep. The other one, well, for some reason, I'm trying to click here, but it was something. Oh, okay. It was about. The wind's giving me an error now, but let's see if I can get it. So the question was about Emperor Gladiator, right? There is, that when he has a sort of for some reason when I click this one, it's probably they took out. I'm quite sure that they took out. I'm gonna try that again. Nah, it's not going. Okay, what was written here before they took this one out was like Emperor Gladiator has that special token, isn't it? Like you get a token.
Yeah, so Emperor Gladiator said when Emperor Gladiator hits, give him a confidence token max 1.
Okay. So you see that when Emperor Gladiator has a confidence token, he can reduce penetration damage. When Emperor Gladiator would take damage, he may instead remove a confidence token to take no damage. So the question here was, can he roll Impervious first? And if he fails, he can use the confidence token. What do you guys think?
I would think, yes, he could roll Impervious first, and then if he misses his Impervious roll, he could take the confidence token off.
What do you think, Chris?
I'm gonna go with Ben.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that's the answer. That's correct. So what they are saying is that you roll Impervious, and if you fail, you can use the confidence token. But the thing is that there was something written in that text that says the ruling on Impervious was wrong, and they might need to update that one. I'm not quite sure what exactly is wrong. Let me see. heroclix rules, something in the wording of Impervious doesn't sound correct, and they might need to fix that in some later updates. Let me have a look. I think Impervious language says, I'm just opening the PAC here, because it was something related to reducing damage. Okay, let me have a look. Yep. Okay.
So Impervious says reduce damage taken by 2.
Yeah.
When this character would take damage from an attack, you may roll a d6. 5/6 damage taken is reduced to 0.
Reduce damage taken. So it's not that's wrong. So this is wrong, I think, in the PAC. This beginning, reduce damage taken. No, by 2. No, it's not. This is correct. So when this character would damage from an attack, you may roll d6. Damage taken is reduced. Yeah. Anyway, I think they might correct that one because, I just tried to click and I cannot click. So something was not very good. But basically, you roll Impervious and then you can reduce the thing with the token. That's it. So those are the 3 new stuff that they added just today.
And that brings us to a close of Rasp's rules segment. I like it.
Yeah.
The random rule section where he just puts it in wherever he wants. That's fine. Cool. And I think that brings us to a close for tonight.
Awesome.
Raph and Chris. So we'll head towards finishing off. Chris, do you have another quote for us this week?
Yes, I do. It's from a baseball player way back when. Can't even tell you. It was a long time ago. It's Satchel Paige, and the quote is, "You win a few, you lose a few. Some get rained out, but you got to dress for all of them anyways." So that means you can win some, lose some. You might not make the game, but you got to get prepared for them. So, yeah, that's it.
I lose a lot.
Yeah, well, if you keep on net decking, you'll start figuring something out.
Oh, no, that's okay. I seem to be on a losing streak at the moment as well, Raf. So it goes around, comes around. I think that's just that. But yeah, but keep going and keep making teams and I think that's what it's all about. So yeah, cool.
Hey, and if you're me, you don't play, you don't win, you don't lose.
Yeah.
There you
should
go.
do this. Yeah, that's why I play Final Fantasy.
We're going on month 4 or 5 now. So
cool. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Don't play at all, so you don't win or don't lose. So that's my quote.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, let's we'll wrap it up. So you can find us. We do have some social media. You can find us on Facebook at Clix on the Barbie. You can find us on Twitter at Clix on the Barbie. It's actually at Barbie Clix because we love that Barbie Clix. And so we have a Twitter and a Facebook. Side. Yeah, I'm gonna get there at some stage. So I'm gonna put one together.
And the Barbie house. That's gonna be cool. And the Barbie beach house.
Yeah, I can actually see the map, which is sad. And so yeah, feel free to follow us. I guess the more we can get out there, we enjoy doing this podcast and sharing our thoughts about heroclix in Australia. And so let's go. As we bring another episode to a close and turn off the Barbie, we'd like to thank you for tuning into the show. Have a great week, and remember that even a poor plan is better than no plan at all. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.
Keep your sticks on the ice. Bye.
Bye.